Hello, welcome back to more 90s cartoon intros. So, we are 30 minutes into this 55-minute video. And then we got 6 more parts to get through, so we're making progress. We're making some progress. So, suppose let's get right into it. We finished last time. We finished with Animaniacs, so let's see what let's see where it picks up. Ooh, fancy music. Oh, animated stories from the Bible. Elijah. I assume they changed that for every. Alright, so I assume that one is just like every episode has like a different, slightly different intro. And that's they just happen to choose that one for this video. Anthony Ant. I've never heard of that. Seems to be based on like some books or something. I've never heard of those books. The music is pretty meh. The intro is it's a very traditional intro. The music, this is a very, very, very traditional cartoon intro. Just the most Archibald the Koala. This Australian? I'm gonna guess this one's Australian. It's not bad. Yeah, a little bit manic, maybe. But,
have no fear. Archibald is here.
This is so 90s. Such a 90s theme. And, yeah. Did you prefer Betty or Veronica? I prefer Betty's personality. I definitely find Veronica more attractive physically. But I'm not big on blondes, so that like cast of characters thing, that was weird. That was like just done in a weird way. It was just done in a really weird way, I thought.
Every day when you're walking down the street,
I never watched Arthur.
As an original point of view. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you can learn to work and play and get along with
Good theme,
each other.
Good theme, nice little,
Listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart.
Damn, I'm liking on the music style.
Or that's the place to start.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day.
And then he's supposed to be an aardvark, right? Because he does not look at all like an aardvark.
What a wonderful kind of day. What a wonderful kind of day.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good intro. That's a solid intro.
Someone once told me the grass is much greener on the
The fact that someone once told me, freaking, someone that just made me think of somebody once told. I'm of the age where somebody just always makes me think Smash Mouth. And I hate that.
Side, when I paid a visit, while it's possible I missed it. It seemed different, yet exactly the same. Till further notice, I'm in between. From where I'm standing, my grass is
Honestly,
Someone once told me the
slaps.
grass is much greener on the other side.
It kinda slaps. I'm not gonna lie, that theme kinda slapped. Was that supposed to be Donald Trump? Why did that look like a cartoon version of Donald Trump? Hold on. Right? I'm not crazy, right? That looks like a cartoon version of Donald Trump. Am I crazy, or like, does anyone else see it? Anyway. Theme's good.
From gangreen's live compound, we treat the right foot moves to the rich we speak, except when he has a security leak. Tomatoes, tomatoes!
Yeah, I mean, this is a fun theme. Though, the fact that they took a really, really terrible movie and made it into a cartoon is pretty funny. Because, I mean, like, the Attack of the Killer Tomato, as I recall, like, I mean, it was like a cult movie. It was like sort of a cult movie. One of those B movies. The fact that it got a cartoon version is just weird to me. Ooh, Avengers. I don't think... No, I didn't watch this version of Avengers. Okay. I don't know. The fact that Falcon has to share, like, his intro with Wonder Man, I don't know. Feels rude to me. And Scarlet Witch having to share her part with Tigra? Come on. Scarlet Witch is... I'm sorry. Scarlet Witch is has always been a way bigger character than Ant-Man. No disrespect to Ant-Man. I don't know which version. I'm assuming this is the Hank Pym version that they used. Always could have been the Scott Lang version, but I would assume, with Wasp, I would assume that it's Hank Pym Ant-Man. I like Hank Pym. I think he's a great character. I like Ant-Man. I think Ant-Man is genuinely like the Hank Pym version of the original comic version of Ant-Man. I think he's genuinely a really good, interesting character. But I don't think there's been a time since, like, 1966 where you could sincerely argue that he was a more prominent character than Scarlet Witch. She was one of the main characters of the Avengers, the comics, for a very long time. She is she is a big name character as far as Avengers went. Bear in mind, prior to the movies coming out, Avengers were not, I suppose prior to Bendis taking over for New Avengers, was, I want to say 2005? I think 2005. Prior to that, the Avengers were not really the big characters at Marvel. And Vision is another major character. He gets the Vision getting his own little thing. That's good because he is another one who was for a very long time one of the Avengers. Oh no, it wasn't Firestar, was it? Was Firestar in there? I don't think Firestar was in there, was she? I'm not gonna bother going back to look. Ooh, pretty. Babar, I assume. I think is the name. Quick question: was that his wife and the mother of the little baby elephants, or is that like governess or what? I need to know, but I also need to not know. Ah, that's probably the mother. So the human lady was probably the governess. I'm guessing that's like a governess. Okay. That is less horrifying. That is less horrifying than what I was thinking. Big egg.
That's some duck, a real cute baby Huey. As big as a house, as gentle as a mouse, drinks milk by the cow for baby Huey. Bumbles along, singing a song, so he better beware.
Why was it?
He's not always right.
I mean, like, that egg was way bigger than it needed to be, considering. I mean, like, he's big for a baby, but that egg was still unusually large.
But boy, what a sight! And it's scary out there.
Oh, good cartoon horror.
What a shade of yellow, a little bit screwy.
Oh, that's good.
Baby Huey, he's at the top.
Oh, and I did not like that face he made. I did not enjoy that face he made.
Of yellow fun. What do you know? It's the Baby Huey Show.
Okay. More stuff that I'm totally unfamiliar with. The bratty sister. Gotta have the bratty sister.
Boy, Bucky.
See what the hell this actually is. But it looks terrible. Barnyard Commandos. That looked terrible, frankly. Like, even aside from just, like, the really low visual quality of the video there, that cartoon looked terrible. Theme wasn't bad, but the cartoon looked awful. It just looked like it was stupid. Okay, this part's not good. This part with them dancing is not good. I'm also not really... I'm not really keen on, like, the abuse or apathy, corruption, like that, and like the theme sort of gives like futuristic versions of the Batman the Animated Series theme That's sort of the vibe I get from the music. And I think the overall intro and like elements of the intro sort of maybe a little bit, but I do feel like the intro really would have been benefited from taking more cues from the Batman the Animated Series, because I think this is meant to be like future, you know, sort of in the future of the Batman the Animated Series. So I think it would have really benefited from the theme from the intro, sort of having more of a bad dancing.
This is the inner sphere. Thousands of planets colonized by humankind. Once it was united under the Star League. But for the last 300 years, it has been consumed by savage wars. Until a new enemy appeared. Mysterious invaders known as the Clans.
The Clan?
Powerful and ruthless, they struck like lightning, attacking every sector at once. But they made one big mistake. They attacked my home planet. Now
you gotta fight off the Clan. Punch Klansmen any chance you get.
in the spirit of the Star League, ancient enemies have reunited. And we're gonna take back our galaxy.
Oh, 90s computer-generated animation. It looks so bad. And for the record, for those of you who are too young to do the internet for it, this would have looked bad in the 90s as well. This would have looked bad the moment it came out. Like, that never would have looked good. It's just bad. Because of that, it's just, yeah, there was never a time where that would have looked good. By today's standards, obviously it looks terrible, but by the standards of the time, it actually looked pretty good. This as well, by the standards of the time, not terrible. Not bad theme, but I love this show. I won't lie. I loved Beavis and Butthead back when I was a kid. I was the right age to enjoy it, being way too young. I was watching it way younger than I should have been. Also, I liked them making fun of music videos. That was fun. That needs to be a thing again, man. We need a show where people just make fun of bad music videos. You know, Beavis and Butthead was sort of a big thing for that. Much Music back in the 90s had a annual show called Fromage, where they just made fun of the worst music videos of the year. I was like, hey, it was a cute show, and the intro matches the vibe of the show. And Rusty, the boy robot. I'd never even heard of this show, which is not unusual. I watched a few episodes of this. For some reason, the only thing I remember about Biker Mice from Mars, I think I only watched maybe 2-3 episodes. Literally, the only thing I remember from it is a reference to the song Loch Lomond. You take the high road, I'll take the low road. And then I think one of them said, you take the high road, and then another one was like, I'll take the low road, and then third one said, I'll get there before either of you, or something like that. The joke from the show. But I don't know why I remember that. I don't know why I remember that joke. Because it's not a good joke. Also, Chicago no longer looks like that. For the record. I mean, it kind of did when the show came out. Yeah, maybe not by the time when the show came out. But there was a time when it kind of did look a little like that, but it no longer looks this bad. Okay, I gotta love the synthesized biker mice from Mars. Gotta love that. Always appreciate that in a 90s cartoon intro. When they do some synthesized voice saying something. Always love that. Anyway.
I'm Bill S. Preston, Esquire. And I am Ted Theodore Logan. Together, we are Wild Stallions.
Greetings, excellent ones.
I don't think that's... I want to double check something. Actually, yeah, which version? There were two cartoons apparently. I never watched the original. I never watched the Bill and Ted movies either, honestly.
Join a team and always believe. Soon your dreams will be reality. Whoa! Whoa! It's Bill and Ted's excellent adventures. A most bodacious, courageous team. Let's stay together. Friends forever.
I don't know. I feel like the theme should be a little bit more. Well, I suppose the movie came out in 1989, so sort of tail end of hair metal. I don't know. I feel like it could. I feel like the theme could rock a little bit harder. Maybe it's just me.
Party on, dudes.
Excellent!
So, there were two Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. Yeah, there were two Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures animated series. The first actually brought back the original cast. Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter, and George Carlin. Second one just brought in, it's not like when it's like, you know, the really fast shaking and in and out and all the bizarre colors behind it. I don't like that section. That is bad. That is bad. That is not how you do an intro. Like, that is not how you do anything. It's not good. It's just... maybe it's just because, you know, overstimulation is not... Some people don't like being overly stimulated. But, yeah. Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad way of doing it. Yeah, honestly, watching that is like, meh. Considering, like, I've never heard of it, I have a hunch that the general reception was probably, eh. Blue's Clues, never watched this one. But I know a lot of people have very fond memories of Blue's Clues.
Hi out there, it's me, Steve. Have you seen Blue, my puppy? Come on in.
I mean, actually, Bob and Margaret is a newspaper cartoon. There's a specific newspaper cartoon, I think, that I like, that sort of had that similar art style. Can't think now what it is. A few of them, I think, actually. It's damn catchy. That's a great intro. This is Bobby's World. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Bobby's World. I liked Bobby's World as a kid. Man, surprised. I'm surprised, like, but like, right off the bat, just seeing the art, like, just seeing the kid, like, that looks like Bobby. Not keen on the intro. Nah, it's fine. It shows like how imaginative he is. Alright. Nah, that's a good intro. Kind of forgot that it was a Howie Mandel product. I was thinking like, wasn't there a comedian associated with that one? Or am I thinking of something else? Yeah, Howie Mandel. Yeah, it's a Howie Mandel thing. Yeah, I actually liked Bobby's World when I was a kid. And that is a pretty... Bonkers the Cat was basically, like, it was very much a Who Framed Roger Rabbit knockoff. And I mean, that seems like a mean thing to say, but, like, that was very, very, very clearly the inspiration was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You know, the premise is cartoons working with, Toontown, or, this world full of cartoons, and then there's humans, and they're working together, and this particular one joins the police force. Initially worked with a older, more cynical cop who was, fat and grumpy. As I recall, did get, that cop was replaced with, like, this young, attractive woman cop. I'm not sure the exact reason why they would have done that. Maybe try to bring in, maybe they figured, hey, people like attractive ladies. I don't know. They didn't have the same chemistry. She did have a bit more of a sense of humor than the older cop, so sort of threw off the vibe of the show a little bit with the grumpy older cop being put off by the antics of his cartoon partner who replaced the older one. Maybe they were both in the show from the beginning and they just... I don't know. It's been a long time. I was a child when I watched that one. Ugh. People who don't know rap trying to rap. It never works. It's never good. Like, it never works. Like, people who don't actually know how rap works trying to do a rap song, it's never good. Time for one more intro. You gotta impress me. Last chance to impress me. Britannica's Tales. Really? Encyclopedia Britannica had a cartoon? Really? Oof, this is not good art. I'm pretty sure it's CG again. This is CG artwork again. It does not look good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Britannica. I like you, Britannica. I like you guys. This intro is not where it's at. Pat Morita, though. That's cool. I'll give you credit for Pat Morita. Alright, so that's the first of 7 videos down. So this won't take as long as this probably won't take as long as I expected. I've already forgotten most of the... Yeah, Beavis and Butthead I watched, Bobby's World I watched, and Bonkers I watched. And Biker Mice from Mars, I watched like 1 or 2 episodes, or 1, 2, 3 episodes. I don't really remember. Not much of it. I didn't really watch much of it, I don't think. But yeah, add those to, was it Animaniacs? And I think there was one other one that I had watched from one of the previous videos. So what, maybe a half dozen so far that are shows that I, 5 or 6 shows that I did actually watch when I was a kid. Out of however many we've seen so far. So there's a few in here. And the ones that I haven't watched, some of those had some pretty banging theme songs. Some pretty banging opening intros. I've never heard the Bob the Builder intro, and yeah, it bangs. Can't get around it. Bob the Builder has a banging intro. There's just Bob the Builder, can we fix it? It's great. Great intro. Great theme. Kudos to Bob the Builder. Might have one of the best themes. That might be one of the best intros that we've had so far. That might be like S tier. That might be like S tier intro. It's a great intro. Anyway, we'll continue with part 2 another time. So, thanks for watching, and as always, I will throw the link to this full video, video in the description. So, see you next time.